Facing the truth is hard, especially when it means rethinking who we are.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh my.
We dropped this a few blocks down.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Don't mention it. We're just looking out for the good people of the city.
The truth can change everything, and who are we then, when everything we know is changed?
Yeah, you've never heard of them? There's even a documentary about them. They're these real life superheroes who do these amazing things, like feeding the homeless people and apparently rescuing lost gloves for random people on the street. I guess they can't be bothered to, I don't know, help women when they're being attacked, though. Yeah, I can come over, but I am not letting you mope around the house all day, okay? Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Going to Veronica's again?
She needs me.
Yeah, I understand. Just I haven't seen you much lately.
What about Aaron?
I care more about more things than Aaron. I miss you.
Really?
Really. How about you stay here, I'll make some lunch, and we can catch up a little bit.
Veronica's going through something right now.
But...
Look, if you're bored, why don't you spend some time bonding with Carla? I know she wants to get to know you better.
Without the truth, though, it's too easy to lie to ourselves. We need to be confronted with it, even when we don't want to hear it.
And then he just got up and walked out of the room. Aaron couldn't believe it.
But why would Hunter think that sleeping with the man would get him to sign on to Aaron's firm?
Sex solves problems, or at least it does in the minds of the simple folk.
Certainly seems that way. I mean, with Aaron, Hunter, and Gina, they all seem to have fallen into that trap.
And Eddie, too. All to little success, though what do we know? We're the unemployed ones here.
Oh, temporary setback for us both. But we will soon rise from the ashes like a phoenix stronger than before.
It's certainly good to see some of the old you sparking back to life.
Feels good.
So what's with the paper bag?
I'd forgotten I had it on.
I've seen scars before.
And what about this donut man? Haven't we seen him before, you and I?
At one of those tedious hospital fundraisers. He's big into the community.
Oh, and does he have a wife?
Yes. Well, apparently, traditional family values are much more marketable than leather lifestyles. Or at least that's how Hunter explained it to me when I asked him the exact same question.
Amazing.
You're gonna have to learn to deal with it at some point. Who you once were is gone. There's no point in pretending otherwise.
So physician, heal thyself. And what about Carla? Gone the way of the dodo?
Sometimes, though, the harder we try to cover the truth up, even to ourselves, the more we learn in the process.
Excuse me, Eddie doesn't happen to be around, is he? This is room 401, which I know he happens to frequent based on a very well-written song I heard.
I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean, but Eddie's not working till later. He's got a late shift tonight.
Okay, of course. My apologies, excuse me.
Are you a friend of Eddie's?
He's family.
Is he okay? I don't mean to be so blunt, but I'm a bit worried about him. He's been acting strange.
Eddie's never exactly been normal.
Well, that's a good thing. Who wants to be with someone normal?
I've often said the same thing myself. Now tell me, have you told him how you feel?
What do you mean?
I may be in a great deal of pain, but I'm a very good reader of people.
No. He doesn't know.
Well, how could he if you haven't told him? Eddie's not very bright.
Well, that's not what matters. Not to me.
Well, if you would like some advice, you have to tell him. Otherwise, he'll never know. You must take life and make it submit to your whim. That's what I used to do.
You said you were in pain?
And now I'm doomed to live in the shadows. That's why I wanted to see Eddie. I was hoping he could give me a surgical mask, for a bit of variety. These scarves tend to get a little bit repetitive.
What are you talking about? You're beautiful.
Well, thank you, but life has been me, as much as I hate to admit it.
It's just a little scar. And besides, you don't want to cover it with a surgical mask. It's a bit macabre.
Look at you and your expansive vocabulary. It's nice to see you won't be judged by the cover.
I read a lot. As a matter of fact, wait right here. I have something for you. I'll be right back.
Actually, I should be going.
No, really. It'll only take a moment.
Pardon my intrusion, but I couldn't help overhearing just now.
Yes, people who eavesdrop often have that problem.
Ethel was right. You are quite beautiful.
I'm a deformed beast. A reanimated corpse of what I once was.
And my children say that I'm prone to hysterics.
Children, you, and I suppose your wife was blind, deaf, and dumb.
Oh, please, girl, it was a different time.
Oh, spare me the walk down memory lane. I think I'll take my leave.
Woo! The rage! It's like looking in a mirror.
What would you know?
Girl, not all scars are on the surface. Some are so deep that they never heal.
Oh, let me guess. Woe is me. I'm old and gay, and I had to hide who I was. I had this terrible secret growing up, and I had to have secret liaisons with married men in a forest to be who I really am. Spare me. The vaudeville routine.
You know nothing. You stand there before me and claim to know me. You claim that your pain is worse than mine. God. Listen, I don't know what you went through, but this is not a competition. Pain is pain, and we are not in a race to see who suffers the most.
You don't know anything. You stand there at the end of your life, judging me, thinking you have wisdom because you're old. But really, you're just another fool.
I do not have wisdom. I do not have any answers. I am simply a person who saw someone suffering and wanted to do something to help.
You don't understand. I don't know who I am anymore. My whole identity has been stripped away from me.
Yeah. When my wife caught me oiling the plumber's pipe, that was it. Glenn Reed was no more. 50 years old, and I had to start a new life. And I did it. And I created myself as a person that I really wanted to be the second time around. Think about it. You're fortunate. You can start a whole new you.
Hi, Mr. Reed.
Oh, Ethel, my dear, how are you? Excuse me, lovely, but I have a mint julep with my name on it.
Here, take this. Read The Legend of the Kuchisake Yona. You'll see what I mean.
If you really want to find out more about Eddie, then you should do what women have done for centuries before you. Spy on him.
The truth. It can even bring people closer together, unite them in ways they hadn't realized were possible.
What are you doing here?
Hunter, please, I'm writing a letter to Aaron's assistant, and then I'll be right with you. Unless you have some more paperwork from my husband you'd like to give me first.
Should you even be here?
Hunter, please! Writing a letter requires concentration and thought. Anyone who says any differently has no real care for the art form.
That's some look you got there. How are you, Veronica? How are you feeling after you've been since
You tie up my husband and screw him 6 ways till Sunday until he's bleeding out of his ass, but you can't say the word disfigured.
Keep your voice down. This is where Aaron works.
Oh, of course we wouldn't want anyone to hear about my husband's pre-Civil War reenactment sessions. What would anyone think of him then?
Hey, Aaron works hard. Cut him a little slack.
Just like everyone else in his life, you cover for him, so he never really has to put himself out there.
That's not true. He works hard. He's just been going through a lot lately.
Aaron is driven by pleasure and praise from other people, but as soon as things get tough, as soon as he has to make a sacrifice, he scurries into the woodwork like a little cockroach in the light.
That's not fair. He works hard. He eats everything I feed him. He gets tied up. I mean, he's my slave.
Yes, that's what he's supposed to be.
Oh my God.
It stings. I'll admit it. When he doesn't give you any credit, especially in private, but I can hold it over his head, and we both know how Aaron likes to be controlled.
I'm sorry, Veronica. For everything. I'm sorry for how things went.
Hunter, I've known you long enough to know that you never mean for things to turn out anyway. You're not aware of the consequences of your actions. Your heart's just too big. You're blind to them.
Okay. Who are you and what have you done with my sister-in-law?
She's dead! Long live the new Veronica!
May she live a long, long life.
What are you doing here anyway?
I wanted to talk to him about something kind of bad that happened to me.
Oh?
It's from a culinary school. It's a rejection letter.
Hunter, I'm sorry.
I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe I could do something with my life. Maybe I could give Anthony something to brag about to his friends or to you. But I failed. Dumb thing, dumb man.
Hunter, I'm proud of you.
Don't be mean to me. We just made up here.
Hunter, you pursued your dreams. I don't think there's anything dumb about that.
But I failed.
Well, Shakespeare didn't write King Lear the first time he tried. Shakespeare is an English...
I know who Shakespeare is. I'm sorry, Veronica.
I know. I am too. For a lot of things, I guess. Hunter, I don't suppose you could do me a favor, could you?
What?
There's a kimono in Aaron's office, and I don't think I can go in there after he served me divorce papers, but I need it. Do you think you could go get it for me?
Yeah, I think we can do that for you. No problem.
Hunter, I think you should break things off with Aaron. He doesn't deserve your time. He doesn't deserve anyone's, really. And I don't care if you carry on this polyamorous patch with my brother, but don't do it with Aaron. He'll destroy you both.
I'll get the kimono.
But sometimes that old adage, the truth will set you free, that's a load of crap.
Hey. Me too. Nothing. Husband's not home. Slaves at work. Typical day. Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, where you parked. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm on my way.
That was incredible. To think blah 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 Jackson when blah 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 himself.
No, that's where you're wrong. Blah, 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 virginity. Blah, 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 life-changing moments.
Oh, Hunter, what did you think?
It was good.
Well, the part you didn't sleep through, you mean?
It's not Hunter's fault. It's just this isn't his kind of thing.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not another mindless action movie, but you have to allow Anthony and I some culture at some point, even if you don't appreciate it.
Don't be mean, Veronica. It's not his fault he didn't go to college.
I didn't stop him from going. You didn't stop him from going. He made that choice all on his own.
I'm going to get something to drink. Anybody want anything?
Oh, a gin and tonic would be a delight.
Nothing for me, thanks. It's not his fault. Look, this just isn't the kind of movie you watch with someone like him. Carla! Hunter, how could you?
Oh, hey.
Hunter, Carla is on the floor.
So then pick her up.
Hunter, you smell like sex.
Yeah, well, I was at work, you weren't here, so I called an old friend and we hooked up.
Literally.
Look, I'm going to get ready for work. You should spend some time with Carla. She says she misses you.
I just can't. Not yet.
What is it, Stephanie?
I was thinking about something that I wanted to run by you.
Yes?
Well, I recently found out that all your ideas come from the women in your life.
Veronica. She is obsessed with imagining that she made me what I am.
I wouldn't have believed it either, hadn't I seen it for myself.
We've already talked about this. I don't want to rehash dead topics.
I think you will.
Go on.
Well, if you don't like doing your job, maybe you should get someone else to do it.
Meaning?
Meaning,
I could do all the work, come up with the ideas and execute them. All you have to do is worry about the meetings.
And I suppose you would like a fair share of my salary, too.
Not at all.
Then what?
If I'm doing your work, someone has to do mine.
I am not a secretary. Look, I've humored you this long because you're passable at your job, but you have got to be insane if you think that I'm going to give you any control over the accounts of some of the most major companies in this city.
But I...
Go file something.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing with Eddie? Eddie, what are you doing here? What happened to you guys?
Your idiot husband. He tackled me and pulled me behind the trash bins.
Eddie?
No, I'm going to sue you for assault. If you didn't have nothing, I would take everything.
You already took everything that mattered to me.
Eddie, what are you doing here?
Well, I didn't attack him, if that's what you're thinking. I was actually trying to protect you.
How is beating me up protecting Gina?
We didn't beat you up. I was trying to hide you. If I hadn't hid you, then your wife would have seen you. She was just leaving Gina's.
You were trying to protect me.
Well, I mean, I know how much Apollina means to you, and I mean, if I hadn't, then she would have seen what you two have been up to behind her back.
Hold on. How do you know Apollina? You've never met her.
So she's over here all the time. You're always together.
Yeah, but how would you know that? Eddie, what are you doing here? Are you spying on me? Evan, could you give us a minute, please?
Okay. I'll be warming up the bedroom.
Him again. We don't have anything to talk about, Vinny.
You told me I was special.
Please, Hunter, just screw him and be done with him. Leave the niceties for people that matter.
I try.
Yeah, you try, but look what happens.
Hey, I matter, okay? I matter.
Yeah, like soccer matters to the general American public.
You told me to be myself. And I thought about it. I thought about what you said, and I realized you were right. I wasn't being honest with myself. I am a fag. I always knew it. And so one night at dinner, I just started crying. Just burst down into tears.
Fag? We have ourselves a self-hating gay...
Shut up! I'm speaking here. Shut up!
Well, go ahead then.
My mother just looked at me. And I couldn't tell her what was wrong. I couldn't tell her what I finally realized. And then she did it. She asked me if I was gay. And there it was. My big chance. So I did it. I told her. And this woman who stood by my side while we watched my father walk out the front door, who held my hand while I got stood up for prom, she gave me one look and she spit at me. My own mother spit at me. She told me that her son was dead, and she spit at me.
You carry on like this at home? No wonder your mother asked if you were gay.
Don't joke! I am not a joke. Don't make me out to be a joke. You told me I was special. You told me I was something that mattered. Why don't I matter to you now?
I don't have all the answers, bud.
You don't get to write me off like this.
Well, I do. Hunter, stop breaking hearts. Please stop it. And you, gays, they eat, they suck a lot of dick, and they suffer. Welcome to the party.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do.
Just tell me I matter. Show me I matter, okay?
You were a hookup, bud. And I should have sent you crawling back the first time you came around. But you see, I had to try to fix you, because I try to fix everybody. Only the problem is I wind up with pieces more broken than when I started.
What What does that mean?
It means you need to figure this out for yourself. Just like everybody else.
Well, well, well. Not so super, are we?
Who are you? How'd you get in here?
I learned to pick locks in high school. I thought it would be an exotic skill to possess.
What do you want?
Put this on. Then we can discuss things.
I really should call the police.
Oh, what? So you can't take care of me yourself? I thought you were supposed to be the Midnight Marauder.
How'd you find me?
You have a huge fan base online, with your name and address, by the way. I saw you give that man back his glove. It was extremely heroic.
It's just something I do. Don't mock it. I'm just trying to make the world better than it is.
I'm not mocking you. I think what you do is amazing. If more people did what you did, then maybe I wouldn't have been hurt the way that I was.
Let me see.
That's enough.
You want to do something about this, don't you?
I do. Very much.
I remember feeling like that. That's why I put on the mask and decided to make the world better. When I lost Carlton, I thought my life was over. You know how someone can be such a significant part of your life that their absence makes your life feel incomplete? I had a hole in my very spirit the day he was killed. I could still hear her screaming. Desperate apologies. Her tears. Saying how she never meant to do it. She could apologize all she wanted. Carlton was gone. I was still alone. I wandered around in darkness. My world didn't make any sense. How could she not even get punished for what she did? Carlton was gone. It was like it didn't matter to the world. But it mattered to me.
That's how I feel. No one cares.
I wandered around the flea market. You know, one of those things that pop up in the street from time to time. And that's when I heard her. Iced Fury, I called her. She was calling out my name so loud that the din around me faded into nothingness. She wanted me to have her. And so I became the Midnight Marauder. And I vowed to make the city safer.
Did it help? Did it fill the void of Carlton?
It helps. Carlton's still gone, but I'm not lost anymore. Iced Fury's calling out a new name now. She's calling out yours. Take it. Take your own vengeance.
I was hoping you would say that.
I hope she brings you the same comfort that she brought me. I managed to forgive that careless toddler who butchered him. Carlton was the irreplaceable hamster, and I finally...
Wait, what?
I love that hamster.
That's what made you do this?
He was my best friend.
Jesus!
We all deal with loss in our own way.
It was a flipping rodent, man! There's probably hundreds of them running around your walls right now. In fact, I saw 2 of them waiting for you to get out of the shower.
That hamster was very important to me. You really shouldn't minimize my loss.
Thanks for the sword. You need to grow a pair. A hamster.
Sorry about that. What are you doing here?
Mr. Ashley, hello. I wasn't expecting to see you here today.
Yeah, but you didn't. What are you doing here?
here visiting someone the same as you, I'd imagine.
You're here to bother Carla. Wasn't enough that you killed her?
The cancer killed her, Mr. Ashley.
Yeah, and you had a hand in it. And if you focused on treating her instead of sending her love letters and gifts, she was a married woman.
A married woman who needed comfort and support when faced with the end.
Which I was giving her. I was a husband.
But you couldn't be there all the time.
I had to work to pay the bills. And that's no excuse for some fag doctor to try his hand at a normal life.
I understand you're in pain, Mr. Ashley, but I will not be spoken to that way. Good day.
Hey, if I ever see you here again or anywhere near her, I'm gonna kill you. You hear me?
The hardest thing in the world is ending a relationship. It's not what comes before or what comes after, but that exact moment, ending it, that just sucks the most. So, I owe you the truth. As much as I hate you, I want to put you in the past, and I can't do that if you keep hanging around. So I'm going to tell you the truth in the hope that it sets us both free.
Okay, well, tell me.
I knew about the baby a long time ago, before Veronica told everyone at the Halloween party.
But
let me finish. The doctor that you paid, a couple years ago he called me. I guess he found God or something, and he told me what you had him do.
Oh,
I wanted to kill you then. I wanted to take the dullest knife I could find and saw your throat while you were tied up in bed. But I didn't. Instead, I plotted. And when I met Miss Jasper, well, it all fell into place. She didn't charge me much to help me out, and once Veronica helped me with the other part of my plan, well, I found out I could divorce you and take you for everything, because, you know, what judge is going to side with a guy who does grandmas in the nursing home he works for?
So you
Yeah. I went to the nursing home that night because I knew what you were going to do, because I paid Cecilia to seduce you. Now you know the truth. You can see we're done. Forever. Now will you please leave me be? The truth is a weapon best left sheathed. Wielding it can wound too many people, including yourself.